really like that each episode has been kind of like a mini adventure, but I'm ready for the story. Right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Blown to Bits, the podcast.
The Doddast.
The podcast where we talk about all things nerdy. Sorry, my nerves are razzled. It's my daughter's 4th birthday today, so
oh man,
we're having a ballerina party.
Tutus everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So you're having the party here?
No, it's actually at the ballet studio. So, and then we have our my work's Christmas party tonight as well.
Oh, that's cool. Where's that at?
It's at a country club up in Knoxville. I haven't been to it. They switched venues last year, and I didn't go last year.
Cool.
Yeah. So we're all caught up on The Mandalorian.
Yes.
We didn't talk about episode 4 either, did we?
No, we
I don't
skipped
think so.
last week.
That's right. Man, there's so much that's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
What was last week? Was the hideout, right?
Yeah.
The walker.
The closest to, the Seven Samurais movie. It's like
Yeah.
so cool.
I almost didn't recognize the walker because of the red leg.
Dude.
Yeah.
No, nobody. There we go. He got it.
I got it.
Man. No, the music in the 4th one was awesome.
It was. You know who did that or anything?
Ludwig.
Or is it the same person that scores?
I'm
every
sure
episode?
he's oversees a lot of it. I'm sure there's I looked at the credits and there were some synth musician but I didn't recognize any of their names or anything, so it was probably just synth engineers that were just making the cool sounds.
We can find out.
Oh, right?
Yes, we can. It was also directed by Bryce Dallas Howard, Ron Howard's daughter.
Here's something I found on the web. According to PopularMechanics.com, Ludwig Göransson, who scored the mega film Black Panther, will also compose the music for The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I can totally see that now.
Bum 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 bum.
Yes.
That's a great theme.
The
That's
Whitest
wonderful.
Kid You Know. Have you seen that sketch from The Whitest Kid You Know?
John Williams.
Yeah. How he writes his music. It's like him in the shower going boom, 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 boom.
That's awesome.
His wife's like, stop it.
Then they have a competition. It's hilarious. Yeah, but that guy's super cool. I love all the music in that. But episode 4 and some of 5 had some really cool synth kind of driving arpeggios. That was really neat. That I definitely had to pause and rewind and this is sweet.
You texted me about the music afterwards. I need to go back and watch that episode again.
I do too, because I watched it on my laptop.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get
Poor choice.
trying to get my wife into watching it, so hopefully she'll actually get into it.
Right. I got Randy to watch and get caught up on it, and so that afforded me an opportunity to rewatch all of them too. So
my dad's got my oldest daughter started getting into Star Wars. I think they watched Rogue One.
Oh, good one.
Which I told him that's not how you start.
Right, yeah.
But that is one of the better films.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites, but I would definitely suggest just watching them in the order they're made. I mean, there's so many different ways to watch them, and it's a big debate, I guess, among nerds, but I say just how they were made.
Right. Chronologically produced.
That's right.
That's good. Gina Carano's a fox. I love her. She's the lady in episode 4.
Yeah.
The shock trooper.
Yep.
Kind of shows how different that stormtroopers are from other stormtroopers.
Seriously.
She's a really good actress too. I was really impressed with her in that episode.
Yeah.
The whole episode was great.
Yeah. I liked the actor that played the gunslinger in episode 5. I was kind of hoping he'd stick around for a little bit.
Yeah, whenever I read the tagline for the episode is the Mandalorian helps a rookie bounty hunter on his first bounty. I was like, oh, cool, buddies. Nope.
Nope, not buddies.
Well, he was a really fast draw. Like when he killed that other girl, the bounty.
Yeah, that
like,
made me mad. I love her.
I
Ming
know.
Na Wen.
It was fast though.
Yeah.
That's Mulan, dude.
Yeah, and she was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know if you guys have watched that show, but she
Didn't see
plays
that,
Agent May.
Mm-hmm.
She's a badass in that show. Like, she is like Black Widow level badass.
Sweet.
I watched a few seasons and then it kind of got weird.
Yeah, it definitely gets
And
weird.
then the main girl that was like the hacker in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Sky, or Daisy's her name.
Yeah, she started dating Logan Paul in real life, and that was like...
That killed me, man, because I had such a crush on her. I still do. She's gorgeous, but I was like, oh, why are you dating him?
Yeah.
He's kind of,
Garbage.
Logan Paul.
annoying and stuff.
It's all right.
But yeah, episode 5 was really good too.
Mhm. The very last 2 seconds of the episode is very intriguing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Who is it? Who do you think it is?
Well, if you slow it down, or if you pause it and turn up the contrast.
Did you do that?
No, I've watched a couple YouTube videos where they did that. But it kind of looks like the bottom cape from Boba, you know what I'm saying? And the gun on the side, possibly like leg armor.
What did I say the timeline was for the Mandalorian? It was 6 years after which?
Return of the Jedi.
I
Return of the
think,
Jedi.
six years after Jedi.
And Boba Fett dies in Return of the Jedi.
Yes,
Or he gets
allegedly.
He gets
He-
thrown into Piss
yeah.
Sarlacc, which is on the same planet that they were on.
Yes.
I mean, that's so many connections.
I've
Unless they're
fucking-
trying to lead us to think.
I fanboyed out when
Yeah.
I knew it was, when I found out I was tattooing. I was shaking Randy's by
Yeah.
the shoulder, like, "It's fucking Tatooine.
Yeah.
We're in
Yes.
Mos Eisley." I'll
That
never see another hive of wretched scum and villainy or something like that. I love that line that Kenobi says. in
Yeah.
New Hope.
Dude, have you guys seen the meme going around? I sent you a clip of it. I don't know if you watched it, but it's where the child is pushing the buttons in his ship, and people are like turning it into like a radio button.
Oh, man, that's
So he's like
awesome.
turning it on, and it's like random songs like Africa by
Yeah.
Toto or Evanescence.
That's awesome. That show's been so memeable so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Internet
the,
has ran away with Baby Yoda.
Oh, yeah, man.
Pablo, the guy that plays the Mandalorian, on his official Twitter, he's retweeting them all.
Oh, that's awesome.
He goes,
Nice.
if it was me, I would never turn that song off. Is what he said about Africa. It would be very cool if Boba Fett showed up, because that would basically bring that universe into the movie universe, and then there is more ways for them to tie in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show that they're making into the Mandalorian.
Yep.
Do any of you know how many episodes are in this season?
I guess we could look it up. I thought it was 12.
12.
I could be wrong, but
Are they?
I think it's
doing-
supposed to wrap up in January.
Okay,
So,
they're on 5, so it's got to be more than
yeah.
longer than that.
What's been your favorite episode so far, Ryan?
I don't know. I was pretty excited about seeing Mos Eisley.
Right?
Give me a rundown of all 5. First one was the introduction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exposition. And then the second one was actually like taking the child back.
I think I liked the first one because it had IG-88 and it just kind of introduced
was
you.
really
and-
cool.
Yeah. It just like, I really do like the first episode a whole
Af-
bunch.
I feel like he only said like 2 or 3 words the entire episode. He's a little more talkative now.
Yeah.
Now that he has like the child with him, he's kind of opening up a little bit, I guess. Or
Yeah.
I still think the third's my favorite. When all the Mandalorians jetpack in.
And, yeah.
That whole fight scene of him getting out of there in the end was just great.
Yeah. It's like, you're going to let me go to my ship.
Yeah.
Now.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
what was yours?
Like, really, the first one is great. Like, I don't know. The fourth one's great, too. I just like that kind of like little pocket story that they had. but it just like it told a lot more about the characters, or about his character as well. So
Gave him a little bit of piece of humanity,
right.
but you knew he was never going to take that helmet off and stay
No,
over
definitely not. No, but you connected a little bit more with the Mandalorian in that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was tough for that lady at the end. You know, he's like, I can't love you like that, girl.
Nah,
I'm a Mandalorian. You see my face? You kidding me?
nah.
I know why I liked the gunslinger. So when they first introduced him, he was sitting exactly like Han Solo was in that bar.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
same, like very similar booth and everything.
Mm-hmm. Kind of same attitude as well.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, you think about it, like roles reversed, that could have been Han Solo that ended up getting killed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Han Solo would have
I don't think it would
flipped the script like that one
No. I mean, there was probably an idea that he could have with the whole Han shot first.
did? Hey, there was no carbon scoring behind him, so I mean, Han did
But-
shoot first.
I feel like after the movie Solo came out, we got a glimpse of like his early life. He was honorable even back then.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's pretty key.
That's pretty key. Where do we think it's going next? On episode 6.
I really wish he would stay around on Tatooine for a little while. He doesn't really have a clear direction right now. He's just kind of planet hopping.
That is something cool I kind of like about it, is that he seems to be on the run since he didn't give up the baby Yoda.
Yeah,
So
everybody in the guild knows that what he's done, or knows a
Yeah.
Mandalorian did that. So,
Mhm.
How do those bounty cubes work? Do they
like
just
the pucks.
Yeah, are they just like DNA that can trace like across the galaxy? Like
Oh,
That's
like
interesting.
the fobs, like
Yeah,
the
the
little
fobs.
Okay.
how do they work?
I don't even know.
Because I mean they're using them to track
Mhm.
the child. So I mean, do you get like a piece of the child's DNA and then it just can follow it?
I would
anywhere in
imagine
the
that's all
galaxy?
it could be, because you couldn't just chip everyone in the galaxy.
No.
So if there's any way that someone has come across, I guess, their physical body, there could be some way to get their DNA as something to track. It's the only information we have like that.
But like, how
on
do
our
they
physical
track them
body.
like, from planet to planet, like through space?
Midichlorians, man.
Well, that's one thing. Have we seen those tracking fobs used for anybody else other than the child? I mean, we
Yeah.
saw like the rookie. He had one, but he smashed it against the wall, which you never know, like if that was actually for.
Well, he used them in the first episode.
To get the blue fish guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So these are like standard how they track down bounties.
Are you talking about the pucks or the little red beepy?
The real
thing?
red beepy. The pucks are, I guess, the general information with the
Okay.
with the bounty. Like,
Yeah,
if they
you're
got
right.
in trouble for killing someone, they'd show them the puck. Like,
Right.
That's like the warrant, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the fobs
The
are
fobs are actually-
the blinky beeping that they use to actually track them down.
Yeah. I forgot about that little part in the pretty much opening sequence.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody that's listening knows how they work, please comment. On our Anchor website, I've actually set it up to where you can leave voice messages.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So even if you listen, on Spotify or anything, just go to anchor.fm/blown-to-bits and you can leave us a voicemail, or you can actually subscribe and send us a little bit of money every month. Help us out.
Nice.
We'll definitely
These
put you on the
beautiful
podcast.
microphones are not cheap.
Nope.
Oh,
But yeah,
man.
I would love to know how they work or how you think they work.
It's got to be DNA or something like that.
DNA, I mean, it's through space, though. Space.
No.
Yeah.
I mean the Force.
The Force, man.
Nobody knows how the Force works.
Nobody knows how the Force
Except
works.
Han. That's not how the Force works.
They were trying to with the child, doing all sorts of tests on him.
Are you
It's-
still convinced that it's a
Ooh,
clone?
what if that's how they created the fobs, was with what they were researching on Baby Yoda?
I feel like the fobs have been around, though.
Oh, yeah, probably. I'm sorry, what was the last
Do
question?
you still think that Yoda is
A clone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the child is a clone of Yoda.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking, and that's what I'm hoping. I think that's
When do you
cool.
think they got his DNA?
I don't know.
Yoda went to Camino, so they could have given him a glass of water. They could have done anything that we don't know about.
Right.
But yeah, I think that was in Attack of the Clones.
Because I remember in the books, they cloned Luke Skywalker and made him evil from his hand that he lost.
Yeah.
That was that's actually that trilogy right there.
Oh yeah, I have some of these.
Timothy Zahn is one of the greatest
Last
sci-fi.
Commands, that's the one I don't have.
Yeah. Timothy Zahn's one of my favorite sci-fi authors. He's got some other books over there too. He writes stuff that just wouldn't translate to movies. It's just really cool.
Yeah.
Because he thinks outside the typical movie science fiction. Like a lot of stuff that he does is like telepathic, and you just can't make movies
Doesn't
out of.
translate that well.
Right on.
Whenever I first was thinking about the child and the relation to the Mandalorian, I always thought it would be really cool, like if like the Mandalorian like legend is like to protect like this one child or like this one creature that comes back. Like secretly, Yoda was protected by a tribe of Mandalorians, like outside of Dagobah or something like that. It's really far fetched and highly unlikely. But I always, toyed with the thought that, like this child has something to do with the lore and like the legend of the Mandalorians as well.
They have a symbiotic relationship almost.
Yeah.
I mean, he did seem to stop everything he was doing once he met that character.
Yeah.
It's almost like his character development took an instant shift, and I know that was in the end of the first episode, but it seemed to like really, really leave like a mark on him. So I wonder.
I did notice in episode 4 he doesn't have his full armor yet.
He's still got what, like his right leg
Yeah.
still is not up to snuff. But yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
I'm glad they did that. He just wasn't completely decked out. He still got the leg.
Right. He just had enough for that one sheet of Beskar to get molded, and he let the rest, go for everybody else.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
So you guys been playing any games lately?
I have not. I want to pick Rad back up and finally beat it so I can be cool like you guys.
Be rad.
I've been thinking about picking up Jedi Fallen Order,
Yeah.
or Star Wars. Yeah, is that what it's called?
I've heard
Fallen
very
Jedi.
good things about it.
I still want to play Sea of Thieves. I've been watching more YouTube videos about that just in the background when I'm doing stuff. It looks like a lot of fun, but I haven't been gaming that much lately. I've been just working on stuff, doing my
You've been
website,
busy.
things like that.
How's the website coming?
It's coming along pretty good, man. I've got 2 beta kind of tests of it. It's live now, but you have to have a password to look at it, so I can look at it on my phone. That's kind of what I've been doing, is getting it to where it looks a certain way on a computer and on a phone, because I know a lot of people are going to look at things on their phone, probably more so than on a computer these days.
Yeah, anytime I send a photo shoot that I've done for someone, I send a generic email that says, please you look at it on a computer first, because you'll get the best results.
Yeah.
And do not screenshot it.
Do not screenshot it.
Dude, you'd be surprised how many people screenshot, and it has like the address bar and like the little buy button like in the picture that they post online.
And they don't crop it
Oh,
or
man,
anything.
they don't even crop it?
No, and my website
Idiots.
doesn't display the full resolution photos. Otherwise, it would take forever to load. So when you download them, it downloads the full res.
Right. But if you screenshot it, it's like you're not...
Yeah. It's like you're screenshotting 1080p instead of 4K.
Amateurs.
Amateurs.
You have to show me that website.
Yeah, I
Once you
will.
get to a point where you're ready to show it.
It's pretty close. I'm kind of building it right now as an online I guess, reel of my work. So I've got music videos and the shorter vignettes that I've done, and the podcast is kind of set up on there as a blog, so Builder's Block. So when I start to bring that back in, that'll be on there as well. I really like the way it scrolls and the way it looks. I'm just kind of fine-tuning it and all that. Working on how I've embedded things, but yeah, man.
That's pretty rad.
It'll be sweet, dude.
What about you? Any games?
But work's been keeping me really busy lately. I've been playing just like a little bit of Just Cause 4. I'm just picking up on that just because it's like a really big open world sandbox destruction, Michael Bay kind of explosion game.
I've watched videos and attaching rockets to cows and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
you have like this grappling hook that has like 3 different functions. You can actually like tether things together. You have like a balloon, so you can attach a balloon and just inflate it, and like whatever it's attached to just goes flying into the sky. And like there's a booster attachment that you can like just basically add to anything. But
Sounds pretty awesome.
People are like
it's really
putting them
cool.
on like cows and cars and stuff, and like launch them, see how far they'll go and stuff.
it's a lot of fun because like Just Cause 3 had not the balloons, but they had boosters and the tethers. But you couldn't control them as much. On Just Cause 4, you can actually set like to tap the button will turn on, like for example, tapping the button will turn on the boosters, but you can also like hold it down to like control the boost of sorts.
Man.
So like I actually like got in a car and attached balloons to the top of it, and I was just driving like, and I had it so that they weren't activated like whenever I had started them, but only whenever I pushed the button down and held it. Kitty. So I was just like driving down the highway, and then I just pushed like my balloon button, and it just like lifted me off, and I just kind of flew over a mountain, and then I just let go, and it just brought me back down, and I just landed.
That's pretty cool. I've never heard of this game.
Makes me feel like a
Dude,
super
it's-
spy.
It's cheap.
Yeah, I got it for $15.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like the full.
Nice.
And it's not that old either. It's
No.
less than 2 years old.
It's gorgeous. It's like 4K HDR.
All the Just Cause though, they drop in price like really fast.
Yeah, and it's nice. It's about a year old, but I'm not complaining by any means. That, and I have Death Stranding on the back burner.
Is that out yet?
Yeah, it's been out for a little bit, and it's a weird game. It's Hideo Kojima's like first game that he's produced, and he's the one known for like Metal Gear and all that good stuff. So it's different, and I don't feel like I can like fully discuss it until I beat it. And even then, it's just a weird game. It's just so weird. It's basically like a simulator.
That's what I saw. I
So
watched some gameplay months and months ago.
it's neat, but I'm at a point right now where it's just frustrating. Some mules have stolen my cargo, and I have to like get back into their camp and get it. But they're assholes.
Oh,
So
man.
I'm frustrated. So I've been concentrating more on Just Cause.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I've been playing Risk of Rain 2 again.
Getting back into it.
Got back into it. They got a new character out, the Loader.
Oh, the
He's
loader.
Got, he's got like a grappling hook, so he can kind of, if you level him up and get the right gear, you can like Tarzan across the map.
That's pretty neat. And do you play with other people online
Sometimes
with that, or is that pretty easy to play by yourself?
I mainly play by myself, so I can pause it because my wife and kids are in and out
Yes.
all the time, and it's just easier for me just to be able to pause it. So I like playing it single player because you get all the loot to yourself. When you play multiplayer, they put more loot in the world, but if you're not as good as the other people, they'll get
snag it up.
Yeah, they'll get it before you.
Gotcha. They'll leave you behind.
Yeah, I mean it's fun to play with friends because certain gear is better for certain characters. Like I typically play the engineer, which he can put down 2 turrets, and all the gear that you pick up is applied to your turrets as well.
Okay, so like the damage boosters and
So the fungi is actually best for engineer because when you stand still for 2 seconds, you get a healing ring around you. So when you throw those turrets down, since they don't move, they get
They
get
just-
the
okay.
healing ring, and the more fungi you collect, the bigger the healing ring, and the faster it heals you. So if the engineer gets all of them, and he gets like 10 of them, you got this huge ring that's just constantly just pumping out heals, and you can put those turrets on top of each other. So
Oh, snap.
it doubles it, and then you can stand there and it triples it, so everybody can just kind of stand near you and
Wow.
just be constantly healed.
Stand near the sentries,
Yeah.
and you'll be safe.
But then, like, if the Huntress gets it, she is a movement-based character.
So it's just kind of wasted on her.
Yeah, she has to be constantly moving.
Okay.
Because she like dodges and rolls and stuff like that. So there's no point of her having it. But if you're playing online with people, they're gonna snag whatever they can get first.
Right.
If you're playing with friends, it's a lot easier.
You can figure out your strategies.
Yeah, you can divvy it up. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you're playing online, and I'll play with Adam, and he'll be like, fungi over here, and he'll mark it, and I'll
Yeah.
go get it. You don't really worry about hoarding your money or anything. If you unlock something that's not best for you, you just tell someone.
Right. And there's like a doubler or a multiplier in that game where you like isn't there like something where you like sacrifice an item and it like doubles it or something?
No, each item has a different tier. There's like white, green, and then red.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be 3D printers out in the world that'll have a certain item, and you have to give up an item of the same tier, and it'll give you that item.
Okay.
So if I've got like a bunch of stuff and I come across the fungi, I'll give everything
Everything
and
you got
to,
that you can.
to get all the fungi.
Okay.
Same with like the Huntress, the soldier syringe increases your attack speed, which is the best one for her. So you'll give up everything just to get that attack speed.
I gotcha.
But as far as like doubling anything,
Okay.
there's nothing like
That's
that.
that's what I was thinking. The 3D printers, just so you can like stack a certain item.
Yeah. There is one thing that's like the biggest risk is
Of rain.
Yeah, is you'll select it. It's like a monument. I forgot what it's called. You select it, and it takes all your stuff into however many of that tier. They'll give you one item with that many.
Oh.
Same with the other tier. So if you've got like tons and tons of like white stuff, it'll take all of it and give you like 30
Of a single
one, which can suck.
It could be a lot of fun too, but more often than not so
more
much.
often than not, you'll end up with like 30 banners, which basically drops this dome when you level up that makes your attack speed faster and like your bullets faster, but you have to stay in that dome. So
Yeah, and you only level up so many times. And
Yeah.
the further you get throughout the game, like the more distance between leveling up. So I remember that being like a cool one in the first Risk of Rain, because especially if you're like the enforcer, you can just like set up your shield. If you leveled up, like you're just like blasting people like twice speed with your shotgun. But yeah, in 3D, I wouldn't say it would be so much.
all right, that's all the time we have.
That's
This
it.
camera's about to turn off. I was gonna say disappear, but no, it's gonna stay
no.
there. All right, bye guys.
Bye.
See?